Yo, Real Kens TV. Once again, it's on. We back in the house like kitchen sinks. You know what I mean? Hopefully you like this video. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this heat, you're amongst the first to hear it. Now, with no further ado, I've had a plethora, if you will, of questions. You know what I mean? Real Kens TV at Yahoo. You know what I mean? Real Kens TV at Yahoo rather. You know, and I have viewers ask me questions, and I try my best to answer as many of them as I can. I've had people ask me if I've ever felt nervous or afraid when I was in prison. And that's an interesting question, because if I sit up here and said no, I'd be lying to you. I've never been afraid while being in jail or in prison. Definitely nervous. And, you know, it's one of those situations where you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. Ain't no time to be afraid. You in there. You see what I'm saying? People know you afraid, man. They're gonna take advantage of you, man. And that's not good. It's not good out here in the real world. So definitely it's not good while you're incarcerated. So yeah, I've been nervous, you know. No matter how many times you go in there, you're going to be nervous. But I'm going to tell you this. It was one particular situation to where I was very, very nervous. I'm locked up. I don't even remember the year, maybe 2012, 2013, somewhere right around in there. I'm at a medium security facility. Got lifers in there, you know what I'm saying? Just happens to be medium security. So they put me in a cell. Actually, I was already in a cell. They bring a dude in from my hometown. We know a lot of the same people. We ran across each other before, but we didn't, you know what I mean, personally know each other. He had life plus 20. You know what I'm saying? Had a couple murders under his belt or whatever. So they brought him into the cell. Like I said, I was already in the cell. Didn't say much. You know, I think at that time he was 10, 11 years in, 12 years in on that life plus 20. But see, in Kentucky, well, the type of sentence that he had, even though he had life plus 20, he still was going to see the parole board after doing 20 years. So he had an opportunity to go home. But being that he had two bodies under his belt, he never really felt like he was going to go home. You see what I'm saying? So at any rate, you know, in the room, we don't really say much. You know, that's back when the Trayvon Martin case was going on. So all he did all day was watch CNN and you know, the Trayvon Martin trial with George Zimmerman's bitch ass. But that's what, you know, he was interested in. Me, I was out on the yard all day long. I didn't want to just be in a cell. You know what I'm saying? I'm out on the yard. Well, one day we was like in a day room, you know what I'm saying, waiting to use the microwave. It was something like that. So we out in the day room, and my caseworker, he's like, you know, he calls my name, and he was like, I got good news for you. Your custody level just dropped. You'll be going outside, you know, in a couple weeks. Now, when he says outside, he means outside of the fence. I'll be going to a camp. There's a camp like right outside of the fence for lower level, you know, minimum security inmates. So my level had dropped. I hadn't been in any trouble or anything like that. So my level had dropped. The only thing is, I was like, why would you say that in front of somebody that got a life sentence? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say that to my caseworker, but that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, dude don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, me and him, we weren't on bad terms, but he had asked me to do something for him, and I'm like, bro, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? When I called home, he wanted me to relay a message to my girl, to relay a message to, I think, his niece or something like that. So when she came up on visitation to bring certain things, and I was like, bro, first of all, what do you think I'm a fish? You know, a fish is somebody, it's like a rookie, never been here before. I'm like, I'm not about to say that to my girl over this phone, get me caught up. Secondly, I'm not getting ready to ask for the things that you want me to ask anyway, dog. Like, what do you want? He wanted me to like ask my girl to tell his niece to bring like some condoms on visit and some just some. I'll explain that later. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, I'm not doing that, man. What's wrong with you? So I don't think he necessarily liked the fact that that I didn't relay that message. But nevertheless, we in the cell, man. We don't talk much. Sometimes he talks, sometimes he don't. You know what I'm saying? Dude got a life sentence, man. So, I would imagine that, some days chicken, some days feathers, man. You know what I'm saying? Some days you feel like talking, some days you don't. So he didn't really bother me too much. I ain't really bother him. He eat his food. I eat my food. You know what I'm saying? And we was just in a cell together, man. Not really talking too much. So like I said, my caseworker, he states that, in front of him. Now, what really made me nervous, it wasn't just the fact that he knew that I was about to go, outside of the fence, because see, prison is a dirty game, man. It's a dirty place, it's a dirty environment, and people run game on you. And when they know that you're getting ready to go home or that your custody level is getting ready to drop, man, they'll compromise that, man. And they'll do anything to keep you there with them because they so miserable. You think he gonna go to a camp? That's a step closer to home. He think he gonna go to a camp. I got something for him. So a lot of times that happens. So now I'm really really having to watch him because I'm like, not to mention, he was trying to get back to Eddyville. Eddyville, yes, where the infamous Fleece Johnson always speaks of, where he did his time. Well, it's a maximum security prison in Kentucky. He was trying to get back to Eddyville because he had a boyfriend in Eddyville. And they was both on the PC walk. Now, he checked in and went to the PC walk, which is protective custody. You see what I'm saying? But he wasn't no PC type dude, man. You know what I'm saying? But he was just trying to be on the PC walk because he had met a dude back there and they ended up getting together or whatever. I mean, it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So he was trying to get back to Eddyville. So he's asking me different things like, you think if I do this, if I do that, he's trying to stage one, I'm trying to break it down for you all that don't know anything about being, incarcerated in the lingo and what have you. Stage one just basically means I'm going to set something up. Okay, I'm going to do this. And as a result of me doing this, they'll raise my custody level back up and send me back to maximum security. So he's trying to stage one. So, he's asking me different things or whatever. I'm like, I don't know, because you may stage one and then they send you somewhere else other than Eddyville. Now, he's talking to me about this boyfriend that he has at Eddyville, man, and he's talking to me just normal, like he's showing me pictures, you know what I'm saying? At first, I didn't know. We just talking, and he just kind of sprung it on me. So he's like, look at him. He's so crazy, man. And look, then he shows me a big gash that he had on his arm, and he was like, man, yeah, he got mad at me. And that's when I put two and two together. He got mad at me and he sliced me, you know what I'm saying, with a can lid or something like that. So I'm like, damn, they together? But he's talking to me. Like I said, I don't know him, but I know his brother pretty well. So he's talking to me like this is normal. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't even really want to hear this, but, I'm listening to him. He don't go into no details and nothing like that as far as intimate details, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking. He's like, yeah, man, he's so crazy. And we've been together this long and that long, 2 years, 3 years. I'm trying to get back to him because he gets out in 2 years. And, I want to spend my last 2 years down there. So all of these things he's saying to me now, once again, because I'm trying to paint a picture. So now my caseworker then, said that I'm going back outside the gate. He's already trying to stage one. He's a little, not necessarily upset, but he didn't like the fact that I wouldn't relay that message for him. So now I'm like, I'm not going to be your ticket back to Eddyville. You going to try to do something to me in the cell when I'm asleep? You know what I'm saying? When I'm not looking up. So my head's already on a swivel. So now I'm really, really looking, really, really paying attention, really, really conscientious, because I don't I don't know what dude got planned. You know what I'm saying? He don't say much. Some days, like I said, some nights, man, we sit up there, man, we talk, kick it for a couple hours, man. You know what I'm saying? And then some nights ain't nothing said. But I ain't tripping because dude got a life sentence, man. I understand. I'll probably be the exact same way, man. A little bipolar, a little, sometimes I just ain't got nothing to say. So I'm not really tripping. So one day I walk into the cell and they sold like these cubes, the sugar cubes. And, I would buy the sugar cubes and put in my coffee, man. Just drink me old triple, man. You know what I'm saying? In prison, that's what we call them here, a triple, man. You know what I'm saying? You got your coffee, you got your sugar, you got your creamer. That's a triple. So I walk in the cell. He got my sugar cubes out. Now, mind you, we ain't never did that. He ain't never asked me for nothing. I ain't never asked him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He done ate chicken. He done ate burgers. He done ate fried potatoes, all that. They ain't never offered me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. They never offered me nothing. So I walk in and I see it. He's like, man, what's happening, man? Shoot, bro. I ran out of sugar, man. Grabbed a couple pieces of sugar. So I'm looking at him like, damn, bro, you just went in my shit and grabbed my sugar, man. You know what I'm saying? But I thought to myself, I'm like, well, maybe he did that because he felt like when he was out of the cell, sometimes he would let me watch his TV or whatever. He leave his TV on. So I, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't even tripping on the sugar, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to go outside the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even tripping, but I'm just saying it's situations like that can hem you up real quick, especially in prison, man. So I'm like, man, I ain't tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? You use the sugar, grab as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? So every night when I'm going to sleep, I'm really, because he stayed up real late. He had a TV. I didn't have a TV at that point. So he would stay up watching TV or whatever. And he didn't have a job or anything like that. So it was just like, he just pretty much do what he wanted to do. So I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know about this dude, man. Because I don't, as I mentioned earlier, I don't want to be his ticket back. You know what I'm saying? You do something to me, they definitely going to send you to Eddyville. Now you get your wish. You get what you want. So that's the one time that I can really say that I was nervous. Not to say that I was never nervous before, but this particular instance, I remember kind of sleeping with one eye open. You do that anyway in prison, but I'm really like, man, I gotta watch the dude. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta watch him because I don't know what he's on, man. I don't know what dude is on. Only thing I know is he's on a mission to get back to his dude, and I'm not even trying to be funny. He was on a serious mission to get back to that Eddyville, man. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately for me, it didn't even take 2 weeks. It may have been another week or so. Nothing ever happened. They came and got me. Once they call you, they tell you pack your stuff up. I grabbed my stuff, man. Gave him dap, gave him a pound, man. Told him stay up. Made it, to the outside camp. But yeah, that was a scary situation, man. Just imagine being in a cell with somebody that got a life sentence. Like I said, we knew a lot of the same people, so that helped. It definitely helped being from the same city and things of that nature. So we was able to talk and communicate from time to time when he wanted to talk, but I just pretty much just left it up to him. So you want to talk, good talk. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't saying nothing to me, I really ain't saying nothing to you, man. Prison can be a very scary situation. They throw you in the cell with anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw you in the cell with anybody. It's all about bed space. Now, they try to keep the blacks with the blacks and the whites with the whites. Things like that. They're not going to just throw you in the cell with a Mexican dude or a white dude or something, unless you request it. Here, you can request it. So if y'all good friends or whatever, and y'all go in the cell together, okay, that's cool. But you're typically going to be in a cell with somebody you don't know initially anyway, until somebody does a cell change. And you have to adapt to their ways and they have to adapt to your ways, and y'all locked in together in a cell, man. In a cell, two people that don't even know each other. So when he goes to the restroom, man, guess what? You just in there. You go to the restroom, he's just in there. Now, if it's during times, to where the yard is not locked down, okay, hey, bro, I got to use the bathroom. Oh, no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? But if it's at night or something like that, and Yards locked. And you just in there, man. Take a towel, put it over your face and cover it up or something like that, man. That's just how it goes. So, moral of this story, I guess, other than the fact of, I was a little nervous or whatever, during that particular situation, stay out of prison, man. Because it ain't no fun. It ain't no place for anybody, man. And they'll throw you in prison in a heartbeat. And the judge will go home to his family like nothing. The judge will give you 100 years, like Ply said, and go on home to his family like nothing ever happened. Keep that in mind, man, before you pick that gun up, before you, pick that bag up, before you decide to, do this or do that or whatever that could land you in prison, man, for a lot of years. Think about that, man. It ain't all sweet, man. Definitely not all sweet. Real Kens TV, hopefully you like the story. You know what I mean? The video. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you a story like this, be one of the first to receive it. Also hit that share button, man. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to, I'm trying to really get my channel out there. I know it takes time. It takes time, but when I drop a video, if you don't hit that post notification, how you gonna know I dropped the video, right? Ride with me one time, man. Real Kens TV. Stay out of prison, man. You know what I mean? We out.